hello, ladies and gentlemen. Once again to the Trials of Casuals podcast, brought to you by uh, me, Dominic Fox, and Danny. So, just a little bit of heads up. The reason why I'm so crispity right now, especially on the camera, is because I just got home at night, and it's dark out, and I don't have proper lighting in here. So, you're gonna see some after image blurs. So I'm about to be looking like a mad ninja during a portion of this, and I apologize. There's nothing I can do about it. Um, yeah. Uh, Danny, how are you doing today?
Doing good.
Uh,
Had a fun day.
did you stream anything today?
Yeah, me and Faye did more Phoenix Wright.
Hell yeah. Oh, do note, because I will be uploading this the day of the stream. If you are watching this right now on YouTube, go to my Twitch, twitch.tv/DominiFox, the day that this is uploaded, because we are doing the 24-hour Hero Dogs charity stream. Once again, for the third year now in a row. It's a great time. We do a bunch of different things. There's a bunch of donation goals. So yeah, it'll be a blast. Everyone will have fun, and maybe if people donate enough, you'll see me wear Neko cat ear headphones for 2 months straight on stream. Um, uh, find out more. Come to the stream. Woo! Back into the video. So, we're just gonna go straight into it, Danny, and
This is the most fun TWAB I think I've seen in a while.
fucking Telesto. Goddamn Telesto. Bro, Bungie's been having way too much fun this week.
I'm all for it. This is good.
So, we'll get into it in a moment, but we're going to go ahead and go slowly through the TWAB. The winning trials map, by the way, was Cauldron.
I
Which
can
is,
understand why.
yeah. It's actually probably one of the best maps that we have, isn't it?
Yeah. It also makes it harder to use the two outlying problem weapons that are in the sandbox right now.
Oh,
That
the
being
linear fusion.
Arbalest and Lawrence.
Yeah, because you could just manipulate the doors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so personally, I don't really do trials, so like this doesn't affect me as much. But like, at least PvPers got something decent this week, so I'll take it.
Yeah.
And we're gonna breeze right from that straight into the fucking shit show that is Telesto this week. So for those of you that don't know, Telesto's been firing random ass particles all week. Turns out they're fucking constellations.
Yep.
Which, in my opinion, this is 100%. This is not just any bug. This is 100% intended. Otherwise,
Yep.
it would not be on the TWAB. So I think that Telesto is going to get something new either at the end of the season or right as Lightfall drops.
It'd
Or
be
it could just
really
be Bungie
interesting.
fucking with us and just deleting Telesto from the game. Do you have any theories on what's happening, Danny?
I know one thing
Okay.
that involves all of this. If you see the glitched out image of Telesto there is currently a code up for an in-game emblem called Schrodinger's gun, and it's Telesto, all glitched out.
Jesus. God. Why is Telesto the way that it is? Still don't understand how this gun manages to actually legitimately break the game. Like, I genuinely don't understand how.
The best part about it is Telesto has been breaking the game since D1.
And the morons brought it back. It was a problem in D1. Why is it a problem now? Why is it still a problem? Like, how can they not figure out how to fix this goddamn piece of shit?
It's the combination of the fact that it is both a projectile weapon and a fusion rifle. The
God.
game just does not know how to handle it.
and it's gonna forever live as a meme. Like, unless
Yeah.
like eventually Destiny 3 will get released, and if they make the mistake of bringing back Telesto for D3, they did it on themselves.
I think they have to at this point. It's so much of a meme in the Destiny community that I feel like it would just be awful if they left it.
I mean, what they should do is they should make it to where Telesto, it's all RNG based. Is if Destiny 3 ever launches, right? They bring back Telesto, but it changes into a different weapon every 10 seconds.
Every time you pull the trigger, it's a different fight.
Yes.
You never know what you're gonna get.
And it's just random. Like, one time it could be a sidearm shot. Next thing you know, it could be a fucking rocket.
Yeah.
I think that would be absolutely phenomenal. Do you know how many content creators would attempt to do a Grandmaster Knight? Oh my god. And it's masterwork, its catalyst could give you like every time you load into a Grandmaster Nightfall, it randomly gives you a champion mod. But it may give you a champion mod that's not viable in that Grandmaster Nightfall, so you have to relaunch it.
I think it would be hilarious.
Just it's whole RNG.
Yeah, if it's just whole RNG, what you get, it would be great.
Oh, 100%. Like, they really should just be like, fuck it, we're just gonna leave Telesto the way it is. Whatever bugs it's caused, fuck it. There's no fixing this at this point.
Like, I think though at the end of this, they're probably gonna introduce an alt fire mode. I think,
which will solve the problem, like they did with well, it's basically they'll probably do it like what they did with Lord of Wolves, where you can do either the slug or the pellet spread.
Since it's been re-enabled, it fucking melts. Like, oh my god, does it fucking melt? Holy shit. That buff is notable, but it still has no ammo.
Oh, well, yeah. Like, any linear fusion rifle.
Like, Lord of Wolves right now, though, is in a really good spot if it just had more ammo.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about Lord of Wolves. Yeah. I mean, that's the issue with it, is that it's ammo. But that's kind of what keeps it balanced right now, is the fact that it has, like, 0 ammo. So I think it's well balanced.
It's one of those things where it does good damage, but because of its ammo's reserves, you're probably just going to pick something else.
Yeah, or you just use it on, enemies that you desperately need to just instantly melt.
Now, Solar Singe pops up in the strike rotation.
Now you're talking.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. So, Iron Banner is closing. The final Iron Banner of the season. And we do want to, and they did specifically want to talk about an eruption. They fixed a bug where defeating a primed player on a 5+ streak would give extra points for each participated player. While it was interesting, this led to drastic point swings that were a bit too much for our liking. So now it only awards points to the player that dealt the final blow. I mean, that makes sense, but I think that's fucking hysterical.
It was funny that it existed, but the amount of, like, point shifts, like, the end of a game were so wild. Because a team could go from being, like, 20 points down to winning in a matter of, like, 1 kill, and it's like, what the fuck? It's like, hold up. Hold up 1 second.
Imagine being the team that's up, and you're just like, it'll be fine. We got 20 points. We got 30 seconds. It'll be good. Next thing you know, how the fuck?
Yeah. It's like, that doesn't seem right. How did we lose that?
Yeah. Also, player support report. I love how they just put the besto.
Yeah. Just wait till you read the full list. It gets better.
Telesto, help. It just says help.
It's so good.
Next week in Destiny, this coming week, the Nightfall is Glassway. Iron Banner's Eruption returns. Shaxx brings momentum control back to Crucible. Oh, that might be my favorite thing. I might actually log on specifically for momentum, because momentum is, I think, one of the most fun Crucible modes in the game.
It's pretty fun.
That and Scorch. Scorch will just always be entertaining.
Yeah. Scorch is the dumb fun mode. Momentum's the every weapon feels so amazing mode.
Bruh, oh my god. I'm breaking out Austringer for Momentum. I'm ready for the 2 taps.
It's so good.
The raid rotator is going to be Deepstone Crypt this week, and the dungeon rotator will be the Shattered Throne. And now that the Shattered Throne weapons are no longer, now that they've actually been updated
Yeah.
a while back, they're actually decent now,
And
because they
we
were
also
currently
have
ass. Or they were
and we
ass.
also have like the looming date of the new dungeon, which will be next month.
Yeah, that is very, very exciting. So I think, Danny, the day that the dungeon drops, I'm thinking about taking off that day. And talking to Buddha. What day is the dungeon dropping?
Let's see. Did they list it last week?
I think
I think they
so.
listed it last week.
Because based on what day it is, I might be able to get off. And if it's a day that Buddha has off of work, you, me, and Buddha could try to rush the dungeon.
Be fun. Let's see. Which day is it? Did they talk about it last week, or was last week just all the subclass things?
I think it was I think it was the week before.
December 9th.
December 9th is a Friday.
Nice.
So, based on when Buddha gets back from his trucking, he could join us. We could do a run Friday night. I think that'd be super dope.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. Oh, actually, because I go into work early on Fridays, I could actually ask if I could get out even earlier than normal on Fridays. That'd be dope.
Nice.
Yeah, so I could still work that day. I think that'd be awesome. Yeah, let's do that. As a reminder, daylight savings happened on November 6th, earlier this week. So, yeah. I completely got caught off guard. I didn't realize that.
Yep.
So, yeah. Stadia, we really shouldn't have to repeat this over and over again.
At this point, yeah.
Don't turn cross-save off, morons! Don't do it!
Like, there's no point in doing that in the first place, regardless of what platform you're on.
Yeah. Along with that, there is a huge issue with the EtherTank radio. We are currently investigating an issue causing players to be able to unable to receive all EtherTank radio messages when playing across multiple characters. As a workaround for this issue, players should continue to complete their sales of the Ship Stealer weekly quest missions on a character that has at least one game of chance remaining from the spider, and ensure they receive all radio messages on this character before progressing the story mission on further. Thankfully, I have all of mine, so I don't have to worry about that.
Yep.
Also, it says, please note that players must return to orbit between every radio interaction. Along with that, known issues. Telesto.
Yep. That's it.
They just don't miss. They don't miss, Danny.
This one is one of the best, like, fun TWABs in a while.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Along with that, movie of the week, we've got Bungie VDoc, The Last Element, Bungie Vidoc. So that's pretty cool. We've also got some other stuff here. This is, and I saw this on Twitter. It's Jellyback Joe doing world's first Mariah Carey clear, and it's all of the Guardians running away from Mariah Carey on Europa because she's singing. Oh God, what song is she singing? Jingle Bells, right? All I Want for Christmas, yeah. And it's an any percent speed run. It's so good. It's so good. LoveFox_M posted, "Hi guys, I made a traditional Altar de Muertos inspired by D2. I hope you like it." And it's the little colorful paper mache stuff. We won't be able to watch the video just because don't want to get DMCA'd. But yeah. So just in case if there's any music. But I love the little designs. Also the fact of they did some very good Bungie designs on those paper maches. So pretty dope. Yeah. Also, there is the there's the Dawning emblem, and then I believe this is is that the Hunter?
I want to. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's the hunter emblem, which I think is super cool. Art, here it is, art of the week. It is preparation for the Festival of the Lost. And it's all of the Hive prepping for the Headless, doing the Headless work, the Headless one's work. And I think that this is absolutely adorable. Also,
It's great.
Parasite just being here. Worm just being here is just great.
Yep.
This
It's
is,
good art.
yeah, this is just very cute little chibi art. Also, the ogre hauling the giant candy engram. That's pretty dope. Uh, Blake Rotinger talking about this. My clan and I are really keen for Nightfall, so I wanted to paint my fire team battling it out on Neo Muna. Thanks for looking. And this image right here reminds me and brings me back, and I think you may know where I'm going with this, Danny. Brings me back to Halo 3 ODST.
Yep.
And god damn does it look good. That is absolutely, that honestly looks like a screenshot in game.
It really does. That's
Look
really good work.
like that is absolutely phenomenal work. Like, shout out to Blake Rotinger. This is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal artwork. Well done. I love this. I very
It's
much
so
love this. I
good.
really hope they actually use the new Mombasa layout for Nightfall or for Neo Muna, because I think that would be super dope.
It would also be really, really nice because if I remember correctly, they first teased Destiny in, let's see, which Halo game was it they first teased Destiny in? But it's on a poster.
I think it is. I think it is ODST.
It might be.
I think it was ODST. Because remember, ODST came because it was Halo 3, then Halo 3 ODST, um, and as like a spin-off, and then it was Halo Reach, and that was the last Bungie Halo before they left Microsoft to join Sony.
Yeah.
Um, so they technically still have the rights to the design of Halo 3 because that was like to Halo 3 ODST because that was Bungie's baby. And I don't know how well the sales did for Halo 3 ODST, but I loved that game so much. I don't know, because you weren't really a Halo player, right, Danny?
Nope.
Yeah. Like, I grew up playing Halo as a kid, playing it with my dad. And I remember getting Halo 3 ODST, playing through the campaign. And it was honestly, it's probably one of the best spin-off games I've ever played. It's just so well done. It's absolutely well done. It's got a phenomenal voice acting cast, being headlined by Nathan Fillion, by the way,
Hey,
as I believe it's as Sergeant Buck.
I think so.
It's either
I want
sergeant
to
or
say that.
lieutenant. But the character's name was Buck. But they were. It was voiced by Nathan Fillion, who turns out, if you've ever played Halo Reach, for those of you watching in YouTube land, uh, also made a quick cameo in Halo Reach,
Yep.
in the Pelican mission, or in what was it? The Falcon mission, as one of the ODSTs that drop into the buildings.
That was a fun mission to run through on Legendary.
Oh my god, but it was such a good mission. It
Yeah.
was such a good mission. But yeah. Then there's LL Stylish 12, with the Machine Skirmisher, another like action figure, recall. We saw some art like this, with the who's with the Titan, the other week.
Yeah.
I think it was about two
Made
or three
a
weeks ago.
like a Gundam set.
Yeah, and again, I think that the art like this, going back to like the old, 70s, 80s, 90s, action figures, and their like poster boards and stuff. I love this art. I'm
It's
mad we
great.
walked away from this art because this art style was so good, and the fact that we just let it go was, in my opinion, a damn shame. Um,
Yeah.
it's phenomenal. Uh, So well done to LL Stylish 12. Along with that, in kites, I believe, and it is. I think this is a JoJo reference. This looks like a JoJo reference. I'm not. I
It's
maybe no. I mean, this is definitely a Gundam reference. The
yeah, it's definitely Gundam.
Yeah, well, this is a Gundam reference, but I don't know what's up with the back here with the headless one because I don't think there was a Gundam reference there. Um, but just it's very very well done art. Again, the mech ornaments people have fallen in love with. And if I had silver, I would have bought them.
I am definitely like head over heels for the gun just because the sound effects.
Yeah, how it's got the Gundam sounds, the macabre. Speaking of which, I need to
Yep.
farm that before
The
the end of
actual like sound effects from the anime,
yeah.
basically.
Yeah, so it's very very good. Actually, wait, it's going until next Tuesday, right? Or is it over?
I think it goes until reset
Okay, then I may need to farm it at some point on Sunday. We'll
because
see.
I just gilded my Ghost Rider title like last night.
Oh yeah, no, I'm so far behind. It's not even worth trying anymore.
I laughed because I looked up the fastest way to get the candy for the last like triumph, and it was just basically like do the nightfall and or speedrun Lake of Shadows.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. And that is it for the week. So that's overall just it's just a fun little nothing crazy, no real big gameplay changes. Um, but it was definitely a really fun TWAB to just kind of go over, you know?
Yeah, it's like it's more just they're having fun with it, which is a good sign because like they're having fun right now. It means they're very confident in what they've got coming for the expansion.
Right. And now, mind you, right? They said that they're bringing back the legendary campaign for Lightfall, which again, Witch
Yes.
Queen, when Witch Queen dropped, I don't think there was a single bad thing I could say about Witch Queen. I think that it
Yeah.
was absolutely phenomenally well done.
Like
Um, I mean, let's be honest. I think Witch Queen is probably the best DLC we've gotten since Forsaken.
yeah, it is easily up there on the same level as Forsaken as far as like storytelling. The pacing's really good in Witch Queen,
Yes.
and
This
Legendary's just fun.
Yeah, it also introduced a lot of great guns. It also
Yeah.
introduced a lot of new systems, right?
Mm-hmm.
Number one, I think the Hive Champions or the Hive Guardians, I think is a phenomenal touch because they actually feel in the Legendary campaign like a giant pain in the ass.
Yep.
And I think that's phenomenal. Um, the weapons that were introduced were phenomenal. I think the again, like you said, the story and the dialogue. Savathun's voice actor put in the work.
Yep.
Yes, Savamami, yes.
Like the voice cast for Destiny actually do really enjoy what they do for the game.
And it paid off. I think Witch Queen. Now, mind you, I am excluding all the seasons that came after Witch Queen because those are all separate. Because none of them tied like super specifically to the Witch Queen slash like they're all the individual seasons are all mini stories, right? With the expansion DLC being the main story for that year,
Yeah.
right? I think Witch Queen as a standalone, excluding the rest of the seasons that happened this year, I think Witch Queen's been the best DLC that we've gotten since Forsaken. Just overall, I think it's great. Because they did this exact same style TWAB setup when they were getting ready for Witch Queen, did they not?
Yep.
And I mean, Witch Queen turned out great. So me and Danny can only hope that Lightfall is the exact same. Because I don't know about you, Danny, but I'm very excited to run Lightfall. That
Oh yeah,
legendary campaign is going to be a fucking blast.
100%. It's gonna be fun.
And again, I really want to see New Mombasa. I really want to see Bungie kick it old school and bring back some Halo 3 ODST style bullshit and bring back some elements from New Mombasa. Because when you look, and this is just a little bit of theory crafting here, right? If you go back and you look at Halo 3 ODST compared to what they showed us in Lightfall for Neo Muna, they are very, very similar. New Mombasa was a huge, huge thing on Earth, right? For those of you that don't know, in the Halo storyline, New Mombasa gets basically nuked, because a
Yeah,
Covenant warship, warp drives right above the city, which causes a massive explosion and basically breaks everything. In Halo 3 ODST, you're playing as an orbital drop shock trooper, an ODST, trying to make it back to their crew and live. Through after the city got wrecked. And a lot of the points of New Mombasa compared to what Neo Muna looks like is very similar. The only major difference is the coloring, because New Mombasa looks like it just got nuked because it did just get nuked. Neo Muna looks like it just got invaded because it just got invaded.
exactly.
So that's the only difference, is that otherwise, if you gave New Mombasa the same colors as Neo Muna, or gave Neo Muna the same colors as New Mombasa, they look very similar. And that's why I want to see a lot of the old elements from New Mombasa and how it was handled put into Neo Muna, because I think it was phenomenal how it was set up, and I believe Bungie still has the rights to do that. So,
I can't remember because that was an ordeal when they left Halo.
yeah.
So I know they basically
And then
just
three
sold a
four
lot of the
three
rights.
fucked up Halo, and well, we all know how that went. So,
Uh, it's just the thing. Halo should not be a live service game. It's just not Halo.
yeah, agreed. So, but yeah, so short TWAB, but super 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 fun TWAB.
Yeah,
And do you have any closing thoughts, Danny, before we end the video?
I'm interested to see where this new raid is going to be. Well, not raid. Dungeon.
I'm wondering if it's gonna be on Neomuna.
Because like, I don't think they would give us the new location early.
No, that's right.
But
It wouldn't be available.
yeah,
Um,
but there could be something in it that gives us a hint to where the story is going to start from.
Doggo. Yeah, no, I agree. So before we end, I guess we could theorize where it would be.
I'm thinking it's probably going to be Europa. Like, we don't have a dungeon on Europa.
Yeah. You also know where we don't have a dungeon either?
Oh,
Nessus.
that is true.
We have a raid on Nessus, which is Vogue. Vogue's on Nessus, right?
Vogue is on. This is gonna be Venus. Venus.
Venus, right. So yeah, actually, as a matter of fact, Nessus doesn't have a raid.
Nessus doesn't have a lot of anything.
Yeah, Nessus has kind of been left on the wayside, honestly. Well, here's the only issue though. Nessus has literally nothing to do with Lightfall.
No.
That's the issue, and I feel like this dungeon is supposed to lead into Lightfall.
Yeah.
So knowing that, I think you may be right. It might be on Europa. However, I think that'd be a really shitty decision because Europa got a raid.
Yeah, Europa's got a lot to do on it.
Yeah, Europa's got a raid already with Deepstone Crypt. Um, so the only thing that I could really think of would be actually, now that I think about it, Danny, we don't have a raid on the EDZ.
Well, not anymore.
Oh, that's right. What was the raid that was there?
The raid that was there before was Scourge of the Past,
Right. Yeah.
which is
That
where
got
the Elixir Quarter is now.
right. Yeah. Good times. Which I mean, overall would make a little bit more sense because if we found something that would lead us to Neomuna, like for example, if something crashed and we got a signal to go to Neomuna through the
Yeah.
raid on EDZ, that would make the most sense. Because Cosmodrome already has a dungeon. It's got Grasp.
Yep.
It doesn't need really anything else. Also, it's the Cosmodrome. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's the starting area for every player in the game now.
Yep. It is the beginning of Destiny. It is where you start.
Yeah, it's OG D1 brought back to D2, which,
Yep.
if I'm being honest, I'm actually kind of a fan of. I like the fact that they brought it back because I liked the OG New Light mission. I thought that series of missions was great.
Yeah. The introductory to the game was pretty solid.
Like, you really can't go wrong with it. It's just a good story.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I think the place that would make the most sense would be EDZ, because also, let's be honest, how many fucking war mines have crashed on the EDZ? Well, no, that's Cosmodrome.
Yeah.
Oof, actually, wow. Actually,
Yeah,
EDZ's lost a lot. It's just a Nightfall breeding ground at this point.
Yeah, the only thing that the EDZ really had was during Black Armory when they had the forge there. That was it.
Yeah, which took an arm and a leg to get to the forge.
Yep, which is why having the raid there was so big. And now that the raid is no longer there,
yeah,
it doesn't have anything.
Yeah, I mean, when you actually look at where the forge was, that area is massive.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's huge.
And it's not used anymore.
Yeah, I wonder if they may actually use that for the new dungeon. Like, as the new entrance.
Because, what I'm thinking is it has to be an area that is tied to the Golden Age.
Why do you say that?
Because I'm assuming there's going to be some kind of, information on a colony out in the location of Neomuna that was lost to time.
That would make sense. And Black Armory basically made all of the Golden Age weapons relics. And they based all of the current relics off of them, right?
They brought back, a lot of the Golden Age stuff after the collapse.
Right, which would make the most sense. So, alright, are we going to lock that in as our final answer then? We're predicting it's going to be where the Black Armory was?
It's got to be, either the EDZ or Europa. It's one of those two, because it's either going to be Black Armory related or Braytech related. One of those two.
And I'm going to be honest, I don't think it's going to be Braytech related.
It would be cool if it was, because that would be a sick dungeon.
Yeah, but we also got a whole season and a whole raid based off of Braytech within the past 2 years.
It is true.
I mean, lore-wise, it would make sense. Gameplay and recency-wise, not so much. So, I mean, we're also going to see a whole new race of people for the first time ever in how long?
Mean, we're actually going to see human-esque people.
Yeah, because the last time
humanoid.
The last time that the last time someone a new race got introduced was Forsaken, and that was the Scorn, wasn't it?
Yeah, which the Scorn are just basically zombified
Fallen
Elixir. So yeah, they're not really new.
Yeah.
This is the first new group. Which are basically just humans, but
Well, they look
details.
a lot. Well, based on the artwork that we got, they look a lot like the Awoken.
Yeah, because what they said is their warriors are similar to guardians, but unlike guardians, they volunteer. They're not chosen. So they're gonna have a completely different mentality.
Yeah, it's gonna be very very interesting because Guardians take what they can and run with it.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I think it'll be really cool to kind of see the different beliefs. Um, but yeah,
and
uh,
weapons.
yeah, exactly. All right, I think that's where we'll end that for now. Danny, where can they find you?
Find me on YouTube and Twitch under the same name and face.
You can also find me on twitch.tv at Domini Fox or on YouTube here, Domini Fox. Again, if you're watching this the day that this is going live, I am doing a 24-hour stream, so please go watch that, check it out. It'll be great. Please come and support the charity stream. Again, it's for Hero Dogs. Uh, we really appreciate it. We hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, don't be a sweat lord. We'll see you guys next time.